Hello everyone. Welcome to another journey, another day in my journey to learn Godot by creating a Android game in an Android device. Let's start, shall we? So I can at least try to relax from this stressful day that it has been. So let's recap from the last streaming. Um, well, if my bird decides to shut up a bit. Um, so last time I've started to create the graphical interface of the game. So I started creating the play area background, and I didn't do a very good job. So I have been trying um, to draw a better trying to draw a better background for the game. So I have been creating not this, but this texture here. So I kind of like it. Yeah, it's a bit pinkish, but I think it's a good point, a good starting. So I have already exported from the sprite, and we will try to test that inside Godot. So let me see if I already imported that to the project, and if not, I will do that right now. Oh, by the way, how are you today? Anyone want to share their day? I hope it's been better than mine. So I don't seem to have imported the background, so let's do that right real quick. So let's copy and go to my Godot projects, the FAQ merge assets, and for now it will stay in textures. But I will be like managing everything. So for now, let's get the game background. So as we have it there, and I think it's it's an earlier version that you already saw on this sprite because I have cleaned this section here, but for now it's okay for us. So okay, let's create. So this is display 2D. Okay, in the next item background, let's create a sprite 2D. Let's call it game background. And let's put that. So let me game background is in there. Okay, so let's add that here. Let's position that. Let's see, because it seems like, oh yeah, it will fit pretty good. Let's focus on that. Let's move that accordingly, so that should be there. Okay, so for now, I think that's okay. I think I will move my game background in there. And let's see how it shows in game and how much space we have. So okay, so okay. I have. So right now I have we have a little bit of issue here because we want our play area just to be that, and this is not a play area anymore. But I'm afraid that this will be like not enough area to play. So let's try to manage that, shall we? So initially we had our bounds with a collision polygon where we had this position like in 0, 0, but we want to move that in the y coordinates. So for example here it will be like 64, 128, 190, and almost 256. So let's call it like 245. Convex to well, no, okay. All right. I don't really care. Remove this. Let me try again. So we have this collision shape. So I don't want a fifth one, but 272. Okay. Okay, so it's a 272. So this will be 272. This also should be like 272, even though everything that is on y0 should be 272. Even in this one should be 271 and 271, and that's it. So we have now redefine the play area to our background. So let's see what we can check. Second, please. Yeah, sorry. Have a bit of an issue there. Okay, let's check how it plays now. So we have, as we already know, this section here. So let's try. So now it's more impactful because the force applied has to travel less, has less distance to travel. So I don't know. I think we will run out of space, and maybe I will need to redo the whole. Yeah, I think I will need to redo the whole texture, the whole background, because I don't know if what happened there. Okay, maybe I need to make the collision, the collider sticker, because that's not okay. Yeah, I'm running out of space just to get. Okay, so now I can do anything. Okay, so we need to Oh, this will be very bad. Okay, I will need to redo everything. All right. Okay, this is not okay in any stretch of the imagination. Homer. All right, let's go back to Sprite and let's see what we can do. Because I would love to maintain everything, but I don't think I could. So we have my first layer is the darker lines. The layer 3 is like more reddish brown for the accent color. Layer 4 is for those like detailings for that like intermediate color, and we have the last layer that is background. So okay, so I need to like let's see. So I have all these I have all these part here, but I don't want to use everything as the table. So I think because what I want to do is in my background I want to have like what's it called? Um, so I want to have a part here. I don't know how it's called in English. Search. Okay, yeah. I forgot the word shelf. So I want to have. So let me just do a straight line. So I want to have like one shelf around here, another shelf like around here. To have our so in those shelves, I want to have all the items that we can merge, like the strawberry, the macarons, the cookies, and so on and so forth, like placed in some positions here. Okay, there are like 12, so yeah, so something like that. And I want that to be the guide on to know which combination comes next. For example, if this is the strawberry, then this will be the macaron, the cookies, and so on and so forth. And that's why I cannot use everything there. Also, we need some kind of depth for the shelves. So it's something like I will need to have copy and paste there and move that somehow there. And I also have this one that I will also copy. Don't worry about the lines because they want to stay. But I want to have like a representation of that. So yeah, something like that, and that's the thickness. I think I want this to be a little bit more down because then we will have like as we have in the table, we will have something that shows. Sorry, let me do something like that and something like that because we need like some kind of depth. I know that's not entirely what we need to, so how it's made, but just I would try. Just bear with me. I'll have something like that, and there will be something like that. Okay. So if we have that, what I will have also is like some places here. Well, this will be like polar, but something like this. Uh, uh, so there will be like 6 and 6. I will tweak that later, but something like that. So the most I can do is to move this place and something like here. But what happened here is if, sorry, not do that. Need to move that a little bit to the left. So, but what happens here if I continue this line, you'll see it's not a line anymore. So now all my blanks are wrong. Everything is wrong right now. And I need to redo everything, absolutely everything. But for now, let me just try to remake the lines. So let me see if I can make something that's gonna look a little bit okay. Let me see if I can like this in. Okay, so this is not the color. I'll cover up this color, please. So if we maintain the perspective in the lower part, so or from the lower part, we will have something like coming from here to something like that. Let me create another layer. New layer. Okay. So because then I will erase the lines in the background layer. So let's try again. Let's see. Okay, something like that. Something like that. This should almost be the same. Yeah, just a smidge. So let me try with this one. By the way, can you hear me okay? Because I have seen that in my recording of the last streaming that somehow the mic was working okay. And so if any one of you are watching, please comment if you can hear me clearly or if there is some issue with my mic. So I can check that. I almost shouldn't be perfect, but I have had some comments about the alignment of the lines, so should be right there. So well, I am assuming everything is okay. I have like 5 viewers, so come on, do something. It's okay. I don't bite, I cannot reach you. So even if I want, I cannot bite you. Check that alignment. Okay. Something like that. If I go here and I remove those layers just by painting them out. Yeah, for now I will use this thicker brush because I will paint everything. I don't want to use the paint bucket because then I will paint every single line. So yeah. Okay, mistakes will happen and I will try to correct them every single time. So no worries about that. It's part of the learning path and we're here to learn how to create a game from scratch using Godot. So yeah, this is part of the creative process. And as I said multiple times, as I'm not an artist, then I will fail and I will redo multiple times. This kind of thing. So it's okay. That's expected. Maybe a bit boring for you guys, but this is something that every single developer ends up doing. So yeah, this is the process. You just have to trust it. Okay, so now we'll use the paint bucket. I will fill this part here. Let's see how it shows. It's mostly okay. Yeah. There is. Okay, so this line here, I don't like. I don't like how it's. I think it's too much. Maybe it should be like a little bit on the left. Maybe. So let's see. Okay, let's see how. I think I want this part. Wait, sorry. Let's have another color. I think this part should be a little bit to the right. So let me see what I can do. So maybe I can remove. No, I don't want to remove this one entirely. So I will mark the spot where what happened here. Which layer? Oh, it's not. So I want layer 5 and I want to mark here where the line was, and I will use the paint bucket to remove the line, and now let's select this color. So yeah, because you see this, oh no, not that one, So this line here is closer to that one than this one. So okay. So go back to the layer, base layer. Okay, put that back a second. So I was things, loading things. So yeah. So I'm checking this lower part where we have our planks, but it's not exactly this one that should be moved, because as you can check, this this distance is almost the same as this one, but it's this one that's not okay. So that's not. Let me try to go back to here, because it's not this line. That's okay. Well, this line is a bit crooked. That I will give you that. So what I will do is fix the left part here, and also maybe I will add a line in here, just to, because we have added too much and it doesn't, it's not entirely okay. So let's try to move this like a couple, some pixels to the left, something like that. So let me first check this layer here. So let's try to grab that and move it almost every. So okay, that I didn't want that to happen, but it's okay. Don't worry about that. Sorry, I tapped the screen. So almost, it should be like almost here, I think. Let's check. So let's paint that, because we need to see if we're doing okay. Okay, so how it feels now. Okay, what I can do, in fact, is get. So let's be a little bit smart. Just a little bit. So I can grab everything in here. Okay. I can copy that. And then I can paste it in here. And now we know that that line shouldn't even be there if we use like the same. So that's something that we need to be aware of. And thus, I need to, well, first of all, I will remove this line here, because I don't think it's needed. I will just mark the division here. Okay, again, sorry, depend something. Go back to this line. So check the black one and mark this part in here. Go grab this color and remove this line. No, not this color, sorry. This color and remove this line here. Because what I will that's not okay. What I need to do is remove everything in here. Because right now I go to this, that is what I need to remove. Okay, I'm learning. Don't worry about that. I'm learning. And what I will do is grab these two lines and invert them, and then I will paste them here. So I will also remove this line here, and let's see. So I'm in the correct layer, yes. I will grab this, will copy that and paste that. We have these lines. Let's flip that horizontally. Oh, what is this? Visual selection. Edit. Flip horizontal. And we will move okay, so something like that. If we do something like that, we can add a new line in there. And now it's more like uniform, mostly. So let me grab this layer here. This is like 2 pixel wide, like this. So let's grab this color, a line 2 pixel wide, and from here to there. Okay. So we need to address this area here and maybe here. I don't think here will matter. Maybe, but I don't know. But here, yeah, we will need to address that, and for that I will use the same technique as before. So let's select that. Copy and paste. And then move that in a place where I feel comfortable with that, where I feel okay. And that seems to be quite okay there. Maybe a little bit more. So something like that. Maybe. Yeah. Okay. I've seen some mistakes. So let's remove that because we made some mistakes. Let's try again. Because I made the mistake of moving that where it doesn't need to be. So copy again, paste again. And that line like here-ish. There. I'm fine there with that there. Yeah. And same for this one. Although I think it won't be necessary. But let's check that. Maybe that point in here. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't think it needs to. I don't think that matters. No, I'm feeling. I think it's better there. Okay, so now everything is wrong, completely wrong. So if I go with this, everything is in the incorrect place. Also, I need to clean this part a bit. So let's go clean that. That's okay. That's not okay. And the rest are quite okay. Let me merge down. So now everything we have is there. Okay. So this layer doesn't make any sense anymore. This layer also doesn't make any sense, and of course this one also does not make any sense whatsoever. I can try, but I don't think we can save this. So yeah, time to go back to drawing line again and again. Okay, so let me get. Let me select some layer. Okay, topmost layer. Let me just. So let me create a new palette because I want to have the correct colors. So this one will be there. This one there. This one there. Also, sorry. This one will be there, and this one there, and the last one that will be this one, where I will place it there. And those colors I will remove them because I don't have anything else there. So also this one is not the same, and we will have it there. So I have my palette now. We'll remove all with every single of these colors. Also, we need this one. There. The same. It's the same. Okay. I already. Alright. And now I need to start over again. Because shit happens. So take the layer 2, select everything, and remove. Same with the rest of the layers. But you will see how I managed to do everything. So yeah, let's start again. So I will start with my this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So I will start with my process. That's where I managed to come with that texture. So let's start doing like some kind of S, and with some curve more pronounced than the other. And okay, my pen just stops. So something. Okay, why is not working in there? Come on. So one S with a curve more pronounced than the other, and I will try to make some curves in one side and the other, but not the entire S. So, for example, I can do something like that. Maybe from here, something, but not entirely. Okay, I don't like the final part there, so something like that. And then maybe something like that. And then we will start having like this part where we already will have something like it's going in this direction here, but I'm not entirely okay. So I will do something like that, and maybe here, maybe I will start by doing I don't like this border, so maybe a line in there, okay, and some there, and I will go there and make sure I do something like that. Okay, that seems actually now it seems weird, but I assure you it's okay. So now a big curve, better big curve. So a big curve here, more pronounced here, so like the last part. So let's do that in one movement. Maybe I need to come out a bit so I can use my hand. So one there and one there, and I will make something like here, and so, okay, I managed to touch, but I don't want to do this. So something like there, something like that. There, and from there we go here, and I think I start with one that goes there, and some there, and also I can make like some lines in there. Let's try again in here. So I always start with an S and then try to do something like that. I don't need to connect the lines. So something like this. Then I will remove that part there, and one part in here, and we will do like some part there, and maybe a line just there. This I don't like. This line here I don't like that. So I put that back here. But I would like a line in there, so yeah, something like that. And let's keep going. So let's keep going. Let's disconnect that line there. Maybe some. Okay, I'm making a real mess by putting my fingers where they don't need to go. So I think that was okay, but now I've made here a mistake. So let me correct that. There. Also, my line not there. Let's see if I can something this and something in a better place. Something like that, something like that, and something like that. No, I don't like it at all. There. And there. And something goes there and there. What? A bird screaming at me. She's real mad. I don't like this one. I think I want to do something like here. Something like that. Okay, let's repeat the process. Maybe a little bit shorter. No. There. Okay. And one like that. That goes out and in. And something like that. And something like that. So I start with very simple lines because I found out that if I try to make really complex structure, it doesn't feel right. So what happens next is I go to the next. Okay, let me first correct some things like this. No, not that, but here, and try to there, there, and there. Okay, any else? This is okay. This is also okay. And that's okay also. So that's my layer. No? Okay, where did I paint everything? Oh no. Okay. So let me remove these layers. And let's create 2 more layers. Okay. So now my top layer is this one. Okay, so now we go to the next one. and we grab this color here, and what I will do is go back to the 4 pixels, and I will trace everything just irregularly, and just like that, because I want a contrast of colors. And it doesn't matter if I go back and forth and some parts are completely irregular, because this is organic. And in nature, rarely you have anything that is consistent in shape and colors. So let's go there. Just trace like a contour, a little bit more there, a little bit more there, and this part in there, because also Good doesn't have the same tone of color in its entirely, and that's what I wanted to replicate there, and I think it was a good result, so I will stick with that for now. I think I want to make this color like more thicker than thinner. So let's go. As said, it doesn't matter how much I want it. So how much it turns out to be, how thick, because it will make a nice effect, nice organic effect. So let's go there. Let's paint this. Doesn't matter if we go more than that, because then we will rectify that. And there. And if some parts join, it's okay if they merge. Okay, that's line. It's okay. I will fix that later. Also, we have a pixel here. Hello there. And where are you? Are you in the merge layer? Yes. So instead of deleting, I will paint that in this color. So let's go back to that. And let's go back to my layer. Is this one? Yep. Okay, so let's paint this contour. Yeah, there. Maybe a little bit more in here. There. Okay. And do the same with that. Here I wish that I had the same voice and manners as Bob Ross, because this will be like a good Bob Ross video. Just make happy mistakes. Okay, there. A little bit more there. There-ish. Same in here. I said it's okay if we go too close to another line, because it doesn't matter at all. All right, and we paint in here, and it mixed, but it's okay. It's entirely okay. Same with this line. So you already know you can talk with me. Doesn't matter the language. I can understand you. If it's English, Spanish, or Catalan, maybe a little bit of Italian. So, okay, I think I will merge those ones. And let's merge this one. Maybe this line here. Okay. This part in here. And it's not okay. So I have something strange here. In this layer, I don't know why, but I have this, and I need to remove that. And repaint this part in here. There, I think. So let's go back to our layer. Let's remove this part because I was just checking where the mistake were. So go back to that and keep painting. Okay, so this one is also not okay. All right. Okay, that part. Okay, what did I do? Really? This is not okay. There. Oh, not this layer. This one. So let's go there. Let's paint in there. I like my curves to be thicker. There. I know it won't be the same as the last one, but I'm not worried about that because I made the last one the same way I'm doing this by improvising totally. So, yeah. Maybe like that. Maybe removing some parts in there. Yeah, that's okay. I want to be able to be a little bit more precise in my strokes. There. And there. And there. And there. Okay, same here. There and there. Let's follow the darker line. Just to make this kind of shadow color or more accentuated. There. I like to put a little bit more color in the inside part of the core when it's like a more pronounced one. So we don't need to merge those ones. And we can put this one in here. So maybe I can make this like some ASMR videos. Speaking softly. You know? And then my bird just screams, so ASMR my ass. But okay. Someday I'm planning to make a very obnoxious video where it's just my parrot screaming and then subtitle that like it's reacting to some kind of videos or something. Would be annoying, but also like I think it will be funny. A little bit more in there. Just those curves. Okay, just like that. Okay, too much. I don't need to be that much out of the line. Because then we will add the next color and we will make some, well, not a gradient because it's not, some merging of the colors just to give that some kind of texture to do. Like that. So now if I remove this layer, it's a bit funny. So let's keep going. There and there. And continue the line. And as I have my tablet put looking vertical, it's more difficult for me to make those lines because if I could lay the tablet on the table, it would be like drawing on paper, and I am better with it than grabbing my stylus is a painting brush. So That's why you can see that I'm struggling a bit in some parts, and that's why I zoom in just to be able to control more my stroke. And then I zoom out just to check if everything looks alright. I'm starting to like this kind of biological textures where it doesn't matter how you draw the line or if it's too thin or too thick, but you just need to make it coherent with what you're trying to make. As this is not entirely pixel art, well, it is some kind of pixel art, but too much resolution for a real pixel art. So this is like a, let's say, something I would call like low resolution texture more than a pixel art texture. Although I'm no artist, so I wouldn't know if this is the correct terms or not, but I don't really care, to be honest. I just want to make my game, and if I need to create something from my lack of knowledge, then so be it. Because as the only thing that matters in reality is that it's coherent with the rest of the game and the aesthetic matches it, and I think we're accomplishing that. Because you can have very detailed games or very pixel art games, or maybe like those like that match the style of the old PlayStation 1 games. So you can do any game with any aesthetics and that would be okay. For example, you can have like a game like Thomas Was Alone, where everything is just a square or a rectangle, and it's really good game because it's coherent with itself. If you had like a character that is a square but a very detailed background, that won't be coherent, and so the aesthetic will be lost. But in our case, say I'm doing everything like this, I think that will be okay for a game. And if someone has some kind of suggestion, I will take that in consideration. Also, if someone wants to collaborate by adding something of their creation that you think would be okay for the game, and I'm open to that. You just have to tell me in the chat or in the comments when this video goes live on YouTube. Well, it goes live now. It won't go live, it will publish on YouTube. So yeah, let's keep going. I will correct this bottom part later. Same with this left part that I will totally destroy. Let's see. There, and I did destroy that, but it doesn't really matter because we can fix that. So Is there any preference about when do I upload the video on YouTube? If so, let me know. Because I will try. So right now I'm uploading the videos where when I finished editing them, like removing some silences, the be right back parts, and try to improve audio and so on and so forth. So whenever I finish editing that video, I upload it to YouTube. But maybe you're more comfortable with having like a specific day. Hi, Fitoliasan here. From this point, my mic was muted by mistake, so the rest of the video will be played at 10 times the speed. Well, please enjoy the background music. Well, that's all for this video. If you have watched the video to this point, I hope you have enjoyed it, or at least have learned something, as I always do. And please leave an emoji in the comments, so I know you have enjoyed the whole video. Thank you for everything, for watching it, and see you next stream.